Hello, it's Ali from Ollie Superpowers. I want to talk to you today about anchors. No, not the big metal things attached to ships, not that kind of anchor. Emotional anchors. They're used in therapy all the time to help you switch state or your emotional position. So if you're feeling really down, an anchor can switch you to a more positive state. Again, we'll go into more detail on that. But I specifically want to tell you a story that I think is quite apt at the moment about a teenage lad that was struggling at school. Well, I know all our kids are at the moment, and probably teenagers more so because it's an awful time. So basically he came along and I said, how can I help you? And he said, I'm not stupid, right? I know that I know everything I need to know, but whenever there's a test or an exam, my mind just goes blank and I can't blimmin' do it, and it's just, I forget everything and it's rubbish and I can't do it, so there's no point and it's so unfair, all that, yeah? And bless him, he was in a proper state. So I said, okay. So we talked through what was happening and I said, so this might sound really daft, but just go with me, young man. When you get up in the morning of an exam, is it all still in your head? Well, yeah, okay. When you go down for breakfast, is it still in your head? Yeah. And I literally step by stepped him right up to walking to the hall at school where they're going to do the exams. And I said, so just before you walk through that, I'm beginning to get a little bit lightheaded. When you step into that room, no, it's gone. Okay, so we know just before you get to that hall, it's kind of there. When we get near the hall, it's gone. Now we could do some work around what was it about the hall, or we could do something a lot simpler. So I said to him, you told me you get all this stuff. Do you learn easy? And he went, well, not easy, no, but you know, I get most of it. I understand most of it. So I said, well, when you're studying, I mean, how do you do that? What do you do? And he explained to me that when he's studying, he's up in his room, and I made him really go into detail about his room, and it's a bit messy, but he liked it. He knew where everything was, and he had his posters up on the wall, and he played his music on his headset and just laid on the bed revising. And I made him think about the smells in the room of maybe mum cooking downstairs. I really focused him in on being in that room, because that was the time where all of the things he was learning was going in and made sense to him, and he could recall it and felt comfortable that he'd got it. And I really focused him in on being in that moment, in that room, in that place of learning. The smells, the temperature, the feel of the bed, everything. And then all I did was I made him touch his nose. And I made him do that a few times while he was in that memory. And the reason I did that is because he wears glasses. So by touching his nose, he was actually moving his glasses up, sort of. Yeah, you know, we all do it, we've got glasses. Off he went, and he had an exam a few days later, and I asked him that the moment that he felt that old feeling that he had before, hear what I'm saying, that old feeling that he had before, so I'm already beginning to dismiss it in his mind. The moment it came on, you know, just before you went into that room, I want you to just do that thing with your glasses. Left him to it. His mum phoned me a few days later. He was happy as Larry. He hadn't got his results yet, but he was damn sure he'd done really well. What had I done? By creating that anchor of, when he did that with his glasses, he was back in his room with those smells of mum cooking, feel of lying on his bed, his music playing, and he was back in that room and in that place of learning and understanding everything he'd learned. And just by doing that, he could put himself back there, and he was able to use that to go into the exam room.